Thanks to Massdrop for sponsoring this video here at CES 2018. Check out the JBL LSR 30X powered speakers available now for $100 below launch price at the link below. This is the Lenovo IdeaPad 720S. Now normally when I walk into a booth and I go, oh, it's a thin and light, I go, well, that one is definitely running Intel, but for the first time, ever, I'm looking at an all AMD solution and something that I would legitimately call a thin and light notebook. So it's got pretty much everything you would expect. You got a couple of USB-Cs, a USB 3 Type A, more USB 3 Type A, and something I don't necessarily expect anymore. It's got a headphone jack. It's got a 1080p display. It's matte. It appears to be IPS, but not like the world's most exceptional IPS or anything like that. It's got actually pretty decent feeling keyboard, trackpad, and Ryzen 7 inside. So it's actually running a quad-core 8-thread processor, and not only that, but it's running Vega graphics too. So what's in here is a Vega 10. Now that's not to say that the quad-core Ryzen 7 with Vega 10 in here is going to necessarily outperform the quad-core Ryzen 5 with Vega 8 graphics over here, because AMD is making these CPUs highly configurable. So this one is set to around 15 watts, which means that while you will enjoy a 2.2 gigahertz base, you might not be able to reach the 3.8 gigahertz boost all the time. And unfortunately at this time, we can't tell you anything about how the Vega graphics are going to perform because we were not allowed to install games on it. What we do know, though, is that AMD is saying that we can expect performance up to twice Intel integrated graphics. It's funny, the lighting turned blue right as I said that. For the rest of the specs, this guy's running 8 gigs of 2400 megahertz DDR4, and it's got a 256 gig SSD, and I believe it is actually going on sale in some parts of the world either right now or very, very shortly. So, man, if I am AMD and their partners, I am super stoked to have a solution that can legitimately compete in this space, because for basically forever, the Ultrabook has been so dominated by Intel that they even got to invent the name for the category, which I can't call this an Ultrabook because it's not, because that's like TM. It's just really thin and light. So back to Massdrop then. The LSR 30X speakers are designed to deliver strong bass, smooth highs, and evenness throughout the frequency response with some pretty cool features. So you can use the low and high frequency trim switches to fine-tune the amount of bass and treble to compensate for the room you're in, and they feature XLR and TRS inputs, so you can connect your speakers to many different sources. You can check them out at the link to Massdrop in the video description. So thanks for watching, guys. If you disliked this video, then you clearly don't like having options as a consumer, because this is a very important step. But if you liked it, hit like, get subscribed, and make sure you don't miss any of the rest of our CES 2018 content.